Hello and welcome, Ryan and Cars. Today I am sitting in a 2023 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk Elite. Let me see if I can do a little bit of a walk around. Um, this is what I wanted to buy. I think before when I went into the dealership, but it wasn't a 2023. I think it was a 2022 Cherokee that I was after that day that I went to the dealership to buy the Hornet. But I'll say this: never in my life did I ever think I'd own a Dodge, first of all, or like a Dodge, Ram, Jeep, Chrysler product. And I went and I ended up at the Dodge dealer because they had the cars on the lot. I was on the island, and most of the good stuff, people didn't even have stuff on the lots. Like it was that sparse. And I lucked out with the Hornet. It had just landed the couple of days before. They basically unwrapped it and then threw it inside the showroom. But I went there originally for a Cherokee because I knew I was moving out in the middle of nowhere. I needed an SUV, and whatever it had to have a 4x4. I was originally hoping for a 4x4. I should probably talk a video about that because if it's not all 4x4s are a cut above an all-wheel drive. But anyways, so this is a. I'll just walk through it. I'm not going to explain the story. What are we at here? So I'm sitting inside here. Now, consider this is the exact same year as my Hornet, but this was also the very last year Jeep made the Cherokee. So 2024, there was no Cherokees. They switched everything to the Grand Cherokee, right? And I'm actually quite surprised. I've never owned one of these before. My sister owned one a long, long time ago, but I didn't have any faith in them because the transmissions went on them and it went on hers, and just the quality of Dodge sort of thing. It's my bias. The Uconnect is the older version than the one that's in my Hornet. Um, where are we here? Let's get to the navigation. We do media, climate. What's really nice, it has the red stitching up here on the dash, the doors, the seats. It's got the perforated leather, so I don't even know. Let me see here. Yeah, it's got vented seats, so the seats are cooled. The nice little Trailhawk stuff in it. Giant sunroof. Let me see if I can. Close that. Move that back. Like it does look like it has two sunroofs, but it's not two sunroofs. Anyway, what I found, let me get out of here. Oh yeah, it's got the Jeep thing, the 4x4, whatever controls, snow sport, sand, mud, rock. This thing is super comfortable to ride in. There we go. Light's a bit low. The seats are really comfortable. The ride is really soft, and it's not as bumpy as my Hornet. I was really quite surprised with this vehicle when we got it home and we started driving it around. Tons of cargo space and a full-size spare. I think I just made a video about, how manufacturers are putting spare tires in the cars. Yeah, well, in the little cars anyway. So the Trailhawk is the more, well, it's the top of the line model, I guess you'd say, but it's the 4x4 model, right? It's the model you get when you want to do rugged stuff. And this is the Trailhawk Elite, so it's got all the extra electrical whiz bangs and things like that. Now, after we bought this, and after driving it, I said, what a shame. What a shame that Jeep is getting rid of this, because there are so many of these on the roads. It's like the most popular model of Jeep next to the four-door Wrangler. They had to have been making money on this. And for them to go in the other direction for whatever the luxury thing, getting rid of this and going bigger, which obviously isn't working for them because they're not selling any vehicles. When we went into the dealership to look for a car, we sort of we were looking for something 4x4ish. As a sport utility like mine is okay, but it is a pretty cityfied, right? It's not very rugged. It's not meant for, like, it's not meant for gravel roads. It's not meant for muddy driveways, and it's not meant for roads that haven't been cleared of snow. It does do it, and it does okay with it, but it is not built for that. Whereas this Jeep Cherokee is. That's why we went to a Jeep dealership. We were thinking maybe the Wrangler with the four door, something they would have something. But the other thing I was thinking is because they aren't selling any vehicles, so you're gonna find stuff on the lot, and they had two of these actually. So this one we bought. It was a return. A guy had come in and bought it, and he was using it to tow behind his RV. And he obviously had money to burn because he brought it back saying, "Oh, it's too small. It's not exactly what he wanted." So I think he went in and he bought the Grand Cherokee. So this thing had 8,000 kilometers on it, I think, when we first bought it. And it was in, I don't know, June, July or August, July, I think, of 2024. But when we left, so there was kind of a problem at the dealership. The lady salesperson that came out to greet us couldn't figure out what we were kind of looking for, and couldn't figure out, well, we weren't that sure yet either. But usually, if you're on a dealership deal, like, I have exactly what you want here. It's somewhere here. I don't know where it is, but it's here. What you're looking for is here. That's what you say as a salesperson. But she was new. She didn't say that. But we got a call later from the sales manager, and he said, "Hey, look, I got this other chair. I see you guys. We were talking in the car, and I got the phone call, and I answered the phone call. Said, we got this Cherokee out here. Yeah, the one that you were looking at. Yeah." He goes, "We also have a brand new one with 0 kilometers on it. Never been, it's brand new, and it's the exact same model. It's the Trailhawk. It's the Elite. Same color. It's the same interior. It's the same everything." And he goes, "And the price for that would probably be pretty close to what the deal would be on the other Cherokee. I could get you really close." Um, this Cherokee had the reason we were interested in it more so than the other one, and I'm gonna make a video about this, is for resale, but it had already been fitted with the tow behind bars and the electrical plug-in, the receiver plug-in thing to hook it up to an RV to tow it, which would be a selling feature later on when we got to get rid of it some way. And this is a very nice vehicle. The other thing the thing was is that the guy also had spent money on the extended warranty. He bought all the floor mat, all the other, not just the floor mats, but all the extra, the rubber floor mats. Um, when we were looking at it, it was still a return. They hadn't cleaned it up or anything. It was just sitting in the very back of the lot, and there was dog prints all over it, and it smelled like dog in here, stuff like that. And the weird thing is, it's got the same engine, same size engine as the Hornet. It's got a 2-liter turbo, but for some reason, in this bigger vehicle, I think it's got a 9-speed transmission, but it's geared differently. The gears come on at a different time than my Hornet after driving both of these. But I don't know. I swear to God, this one is better on gas than my Hornet. And this one takes regular. I put premium in that one to get better gas mileage, actually. When I put regular in my Hornet, you go through the gas. You really go through the gas. Yeah. But I thought I'd introduce this one because I'll be driving in this one as well. Like, I actually thought I made the name Ryan in Cars because I was spending more time in this Cherokee than my Hornet, because this thing, I have I have a trailer hitch on mine, and we bought the little trailer for my Hornet. But this thing, my Hornet's capacity, I think it's 2,200 or 2,300 pounds for the trailer. The trailer we bought is a little 5x8. It takes 2,000 pounds. But this Jeep has a 4,500 pound towing capacity. So you could tow like a small, not even a small one, a mid-sized trailer thing. And not the tiny ones, but the next size up from the super tiny ones. This thing will haul it. And I was like, wow, a little, a little 2-liter engine. That's amazing. But yeah, that's the introduction to the Cherokee. And I think I've mentioned in a couple of videos that pointed over to it. It's a really nice vehicle. If you can find one of these, do it. Especially if it's a 2023, because they've worked out all the kinks. This was the last model ever made, and I don't hear anything going wrong with these. I've sat in the Grand Cherokees, quite a few of them. They seem to be quite popular because when I was working at the glass shop, I had to move these things around. And then there was stuff in there that felt cheap, looked cheap. Things were falling off, breaking off. Plastic, chromy stuff was all peeling. They were, ugh. Yeah, but there's nothing like that in this Cherokee. I'm actually really surprised. It's going from a no Dodge in my life to a family where we're owning Stellantis products at the very, it blows my mind. Anywho, like and subscribe. If you heard something and you want to say something, say it in the comments. That helps other people out and helps me out, of course. And thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.